We're never one-take wonders.
We are not one-take wonders, but we get there.
Hi. Nice to see you guys.
Hi.
We don't know how to start an intro episode. It's been a minute.
It has. Roughly 6 months.
It says, I don't know. It's been a minute. 6 months is a minute for us. But welcome back, everyone.
Surprise.
Hi. You didn't think you'd see Backing the Barricade / Beyond the Barricade pop back up on your newsfeed, did you?
Joke's on you.
We're still here.
We're still kicking.
We are. Hey, everyone. My name's Lor.
My name's Maddie.
And we are Beyond the Barricade.
Welcome back.
Hi. Sorry, 6 months has been forever. But.
So, if you've been around.
Keep going.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah.
If this is your first episode, hello.
Hi. Happy 2026.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it first of all. It's our first episode. It's been 6 months. Today's episode is just going to be us. We're going to give you guys kind of like a little refresher of who we are, what we're doing, what we've been doing. Yeah. We're going to talk about where we've been for 6 months.
We're going to have a little yap session. Just tell you what's been going on the last 6 months.
What we got going on, because we have planned everything out. Yes. So this is it. This is the episode. The first episode of 2026.
Wow.
How are you?
Cheers.
Hi. Oh, you don't have buzz balls?
We don't.
We have
which
coffee.
Is a tragedy. This already feels wrong.
Uh-huh. It's okay.
But
we're here for it.
We have a lot to cover in this episode.
We do.
This will be a fun little yap sesh to catch you guys up. But before we kind of dive into all of that, do we want to give like a little refresher on what exactly you're listening to right now?
Exactly. Who are these two people?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hi again. Nice to meet you. I'm Lor. This is Maddie. We are two concert photographers who met serendipitously, I feel like.
In the beautiful
photo pit.
Yes.
Of life.
I was going to say Instagram DMs.
That's true. Yeah, I slid into her DMs.
Depends which way you want to take it.
Right, yeah. I mean, you give the bluff version, the bottom line up front.
So the little kind of backstory, if you're new here, like Loreal said, we both started out as concert and wedding photographers, which is how we kind of became aware of each other, because that's kind of a niche
Very niche pairing. And in the Dallas music scene, concert scene, you run into people.
So how many years has it been that we've known each other? 2, 3?
3.
3?
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, Laura slid into my DMs and
I did.
Asked to get coffee because we kind of made this realization that we are both kind of doing the same thing in the Dallas area. And so we got coffee, realized that we had been in the same photo pit many a times. Had never officially met. I feel like hit it off immediately and we're like instant best friends.
Yep.
And during that serendipitous coffee meeting, I told Laura about this idea that I had for a long time.
Like, you think 6 months has been a minute.
Oh,
it's been a handful of minutes.
It had been a while.
Yes.
So I told Laura about this idea that I had that I really wanted to do some kind of content where I interviewed fans outside of concerts, because just being avid concert goers outside of just photography as well, I feel like being in so many crowds, I'd met so many cool people, and just kind of organically, you kind of talk to people in between bands at shows, and whoever you're standing next to, especially if you're in a pit where everyone's just like sweating on each other, you become close pretty quick. And just had heard so many cool stories about people who had like met their best friend, met their significant other, traveled around the world, and just really cool things that had happened and ties that we have to these artists on stage that no one was really telling the stories of. And I was kind of explaining this idea that I had to Loreal, and she was like, sick, let's do it.
Yes. And you were like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And you were like, no, really?
Yeah. One thing about me is if I'm going to do something, we're going to do it. Yeah. So I think it was like that day we both also have the same music taste. And so we knew that the 1975 was doing at their very best tour. And we're like, let's go to Miami.
Yeah.
Let's go to the show and actually try this. And boy, we bought those $30 Spirit tickets.
We sure did. Upon meeting each other, we were like, we're going to figure out if we're going to be friends pretty fast.
Pretty fast. Go on a trip with somebody. You'll figure it out. Yeah. And we did. We went to the show with quite literally not that much of a plan.
No.
We were like, there will be a line of people and we'll go talk to them.
Yep.
Because that's like what the baseline of Backing the Barricade was. It was talking to the fans in line, the people who were camping out to get only their stories like about like why they like this band so much, but also what memories kind of like came along with them following the bands. Because those are like the biggest stories I feel like we find.
Yes.
The
and just like
diehards.
why the music means so much to them, because that's one of my favorite things is that a song can be so meaningful for so many different reasons to different people. And I feel like we talk to people a lot about that. And just there's so many stories to be told at shows that is more than just what's happening on stage.
Yes.
And that was our goal.
That was our goal. And we were like,
and boy, did we show up with an iPhone and a dream.
We did, and we did it. And people loved it. Because fun fact, the people who are going to wait 6+ hours in a line for a show are going to be like diehard fans. They're going to have stories.
Yeah. Oh, and they're ready to talk about their connection to the artist.
Yeah. So it's quite literally the easiest interview platform ever because people want to talk about the things that they enjoy and they love. And so what better place than in line at a concert? So we did that.
We did. And it's so funny looking back now at content from there because I'm still, some of those videos are like some of our most watched on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
they're like performed really well.
Yeah. The content was good, but it's just so funny because we've gotten so much better as we've gone along and we've upgraded equipment and kind of got more into a groove. But we quite literally we weren't even on camera for those. We just pointed our iPhone at people in line and just started talking to them.
We have microphones now.
We do.
we have so much better.
We so much better.
Yes. And so that's how we kind of started. We kicked it off with that show. We followed the Maine along when they were hitting up their Texas shows. Because the great thing, we're all in Texas here. So we've done things outside of Texas, but it's really fun when you live in a huge state where you know bands will be making multiple stops and we have free will.
Upside.
Yes. But we have free will.
We do.
And we're like, yeah, we'll do it.
We exercise it frequently and just follow bands around because a lot of times big national tours go to several of the cities in Texas. Normally it's at least Dallas, Austin, Houston, if not San Antonio. Sometimes El Paso's thrown in there. We've never ventured out that far. Don't see a need, but the option's there.
Unless there is a need one day,
the option is there.
Yes. So we were doing that, having a great time, talking to fans in line. And one day I was leaving your house and it was raining. And I had this like idea, which I do a lot of the times where I will just call Maddie and brain dump.
Yep.
Or
I'll leave a voice note.
Voice note, brain dump. And I remembered like driving and being like, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but hear me out. We interview fans all the time about what it's like being a fan to like the band or to whatever artist we're talking about or interviewing. What if we talk to the people in the music industry / bands, like tour managers, and flip the narrative? And I was like so excited about this idea. And you were like, oh, yeah.
We could absolutely do that.
That's like, that makes sense. And so
I think your like brilliant aha moment was like, they're fans of music too.
Yeah. I was like, the people who are doing music were fans of music first. So let's like tap into that and say like, hey, why did this singer of this band become a singer? Like what band were they listening to in the crowd that made them be like, I want to do that on stage? Yeah. And same with like every like position in the industry. We talk to not only bands, we talk to like tour managers, photographers, makeup artists. Like
it's not an easy industry to be in. So I feel like if you're gonna be touring in the music industry or working in the music industry, you are a hardcore fan of music.
Correct. Yeah.
You have to be.
You have to be. And so this podcast is for anybody who loves music, who loves the industry, who even like aspire to like be into it. Because I mean like personally, I know that I can say like I started out just being like a fan. And now I quit my full-time job and I've been on tour. So that's a little segue. That's a little, thank you. That's like a little bit of like where we've been /
what's
who
been
we
going
are.
on.
Yes. That's kind of like the premise of Beyond the Barricade, the podcast that you're listening to / watching right now. And so we are all under Backing the Barricade, the umbrella of Backing the Barricade.
BTB, if you will.
Yes, BTB. Goes both ways.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's a little bit about our Backing the Barricade world. If you are new here, welcome.
Hi.
We have a lot of fun.
Yes.
As Loreal just kind of glossed over.
Yes.
I would love to dive into what we've been doing the last 6 months because Loreal has had a big life change.
Yes.
And
it sounds so scary. I need everybody to lower their expectations slightly.
No, they're appropriately.
You say life change as if like, I'm not even going to say what came to my mind first. But yeah, Yeah. So our last episode, we just looked it up. It was released in May. I think then we have recorded it in April. Since then, I've quit my full-time job. That's like what was like the process of happening.
Yes.
I left in April and I went on tour.
Yeah.
I did a few tours since that. The first one was Summer School with Taylor Acorn.
Which, if you think about it, really, that whole connection came about because of the podcast.
It did. Sorry, Hayden. I feel like that spiked something, I'm sure. But yeah.
Yeah. So how did we originally meet Vic? And
we met Vic and Ellie. Because people are ugly boys.
That's it.
So backtrack last year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. I was working with a band called People Are Ugly. They're great. They're actually going on.
Fantastic. Go look them up. Go see them on tour.
They're going on tour with the Somerset, just saying, so you know. But we met Vic at the festival.
Yes. Four Chord?
Four Chord. Mm-hmm. We were at Four Chord, and they knew.
It started raining and we went on Taylor. So Vic is Taylor Acorn's
tour manager, best friend, extraordinaire. She does everything.
Phenomenal human. We love her. Shout out Vic.
Hi.
But it started raining or something one day, and we ended up going on to their tour bus to just like kind of hang out for a minute. Yeah. And that's how we kind of met all of them.
Yes.
And then who are they on tour? Boys Like Girls.
Boys Like Girls.
So Taylor Acorn opened for Boys Like Girls, and on their Dallas stop, which
was the last show of that tour.
Oh, it was.
Taylor actually was sick, so we were going to interview Taylor.
I forgot about that.
Yes, we were going to interview Taylor for the podcast. She ended up like getting the flu or something. She flew home that last day. They didn't perform, but Vic and Ellie were there, and so they were like, can you guys be on our podcast? And they were like, we would love to, but we're not like an artist. And we're like, no.
That's perfect.
That's great. Like because we know we are like artists beyond, like we'll talk to anybody who's in the industry. And they were like, okay, yeah, that sounds fun. And so we sat down with them and had a great time. And then we hung out for the show and went on our merry way. But yeah, so that's kind of like how we met them. And then when Summer School was coming on, they needed somebody to go on tour with them. And it was like the easiest, like, yes. We're like, oh, of course, like, yeah, like 1,000%. So spent the whole, I think it was like 6 weeks.
That was a long tour.
It was,
you were gone a long time.
Yeah, Summer School was a huge bill. It was like 8 bands or 7 bands. And we just went around the whole like US on this one. And she was one of the 3 headliners. So that was super fun, like a rotating headliner thing. Did that, like rode on a tour bus. We shared it with Charlotte Sands and like her whole camp is great. Had a good time. And then came back. Reality kicked in. I was like, I don't have a job anymore. I gotta like get back out there. And through Summer School, obviously you meet all the other bands out there. Arrows in Action opened up for them on this tour. And they were like, hello, what are you doing in this month coming up? And I was like, nothing. You want to employ me? And they were like, duh. So then I just finished the home team tour. I was with Arrows in Action. They were direct support for the home team.
So cool.
Again, another like around the US tour, and which is so fun because like I'm able to like, I saw like my brother John who lives in New York on this tour. Like he got to like come out to the show and just like seeing like different people around. You came out to the Dallas shows, which was so sweet and fun.
You got a little bus tat in Dallas?
Yeah. I got actually a couple of tattoos. So I got Robbie for my cat who passed away. So I got a tattoo on the bus, and then I got
Robbie Hart. Use his government name.
Sorry, Robbie Hart, and then Totoro.
Yes,
I got at a venue randomly. Somebody was doing tattoos.
We love tour tats.
Tour tats happen, and it's so fun. And now I'm on retainer. I shoot with a country artist who's based out of Dallas. His name is William Clark Green, and we're about to do the Treaty Oak Revival Tour.
So insane.
Coming up in February. We start in like, where is it? Columbus, Ohio. So we're doing it's like stadium tours. So it's
crazy.
So fun, and it's so funny. And that was a connection too through
Summer School, right?
Summer School,
Someone
yeah.
on Summer School.
Charlotte's guitarist.
Yes.
Like he was like, hey, I have somebody looking for a photographer out of Dallas. And I was like, that is me.
Sign me up.
So long story short.
So Loreal's been killing
I've been super busy in that you've been busy too.
Yeah.
Maddie's been
different things.
shooting insane weddings. She's about to go to Italy. Yeah. So we've been busy. Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone.
So obviously Loreal is just never here anymore, which kills me. But
separate sad issue.
Well, we're working through it in therapy. Don't worry.
We are.
But I also started shooting weddings outside of Texas. So I've also been gone, which is why we just have Backing the Barricade kind of took a back seat for a little while just because we were never in the same state at the same time for a few months.
Yes. And like we've said in earlier podcast episodes, we've talked about this a lot to each other too as well, like offline, where it's just like anything that we do with Backing the Barricade as a whole is going to be intentional.
Yes.
We will never like
we're not going to half-ass anything.
No, and we're never going to like put out content just for the sake of putting out. And I know that kind of hurts with like algorithm because they're like, no, to be posting everything. And it's like, we don't want. There are no rules for this and for us. So we're just like, whatever, like we're going to make it work for us. So we had our busiest seasons for the both of us. Mm-hmm. And now I think we are back. We're finding like our balance now.
Things are a little more... I wouldn't say regular, but I feel like we have a better idea of what our schedules look like moving forward. Whereas the last 6 months, we were both just kind of like, things keep popping up.
Yeah, like I might be on this tour or whatever. But now it's kind of like we see our projected 6 months. Yeah. And we're like, okay, we can make this work.
Yes.
So with that being said, we do have a few, like up until like April, May-ish, I think.
A lot of spring tours coming through.
A lot of spring tours coming through. And we're going to be here for some of them. And so we did this the other day. Yep. Like we sat down with each other, we put out our calendars and we listed out all the shows coming through. Mm-hmm. Where do we want to go? Who are we talking to? And so
are we both in town?
Are we both in town for this? What can we make work?
Which shockingly, there's not a whole lot of shows that we are not going to be able to make.
Correct.
At least for the spring, which is really great.
Yeah. And which is honestly really rare.
Yeah. But, very rare.
Yeah. So we're very thankful to have these kind of set schedules now. And we're going to make it work. We will be coming back with more episodes, with more things. We already have been talking to our amazing people who've reached out to us about interviews with their artists. And so we got some things coming up in the pipeline, everybody, I swear.
And I think that was one of the reasons that I think we would prefer to take an extended break and when we come back, know that we would be able to be consistent with it as opposed to just putting things out here and there.
Yeah.
And so I think we're really excited to kind of relaunch this into season 2, if you will.
Yeah. Did we already do a season 2?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Season 4? I don't know. I don't know what we're on.
A part 2?
Part 2?
I don't know.
But
the newest season.
Yes. Which is why we were so excited about this because I feel like going forward, we're actually going to be able to be consistent with it and we'll have content regularly out, which has always been the goal. Like Laura said, we don't want to, if we're going to do something, we want to do it well. Mm-hmm. So I think this spring we're going to be able to do that. Yeah. And hence why the podcast is so back.
So back, painfully back. Also, though, we do have some things in the archives. I feel like that we didn't know how to release it or where to put it.
Yeah.
So I think we also will be slowly dripping plus additional bonus content, if you will, on our Instagram and TikTok. So if you guys want to follow that still, go ahead and do that. Because we, for example, 21 Pilots, they did their Breach tour and we only put out such a slim little thing of what we actually caught because again, we were working with the venue there and it was a huge thing. So we have a lot of things that we're going to be rolling back out on the socials. So you guys can follow that there. But the podcast, yes, it is coming back. Yeah. We are here together again. Yeah. So good. So good. And you only know what we did if you're watching.
I hope everyone's watching the video.
Me too.
Was cute.
That was cute. Yep. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. We'll still be going back to the schedule every other week.
Yes.
An episode will be out. Just because that works for us. And
it's all we can commit to.
It's all we can commit to. And we don't want to make empty promises with us, guys. So this is what we're going to be doing for a little bit. We have some amazing band people that we're going to be talking to. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. When we were sitting down and looking at our schedules and just kind of seeing what shows are going to work and whatnot, March is going to be insane. Mm-hmm. There are so many shows coming through in March, and surprisingly, we are available for a lot of them, which is great.
It's really fun.
So.
Maybe we'll be traveling for a couple of shows somewhere else too.
We always will. End up doing that.
Yes. So we're excited. We hope you're excited. Sorry, we were gone for a bit, but we're happy to be back.
Yeah, we're back.
We are.
And be sure to follow along. We're on all of the socials.
Yes.
Let us know if there's any shows you want us to try to come out to.
Yeah.
Too. We love hearing from you.
That is actually a really good point because I know some people, they have like DM'd us and they're like, we don't know if you guys actually read this. And I'm like, we do. It is literally only us replying to you guys in the comments and everything like that. So we'll put out things on our stories, like asking for questions or, like what shows are you guys going to? What are you excited about? We want to know.
We've even found artists and have been made aware of really, really dedicated, cool fan bases that we are not a part of.
Yep.
Because I feel like it's easy for us to just gravitate to the artists that we're obviously aware of. Mm-hmm. But so we love you guys telling us shows to come check out, new artists to check out, because that's how we find
new music is found.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we will share it with you guys. Yep. And who knows, you might find your next favorite artist.
That's the goal.
Yep.
Always.
Rapid question for you.
Okay.
Just to tie up the episode, a little look back to 2025. What was your number one album of 2025?
You know my answer. It's Life of the Show Girl.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't even think I said that title right. Nope. Life of a Showgirl. That's not my answer. Breach by 21 Pilots. It was a slow burn. We listened to it for the first time together. We were both like, no, I love it now. Yeah. I do love it. Mm-hmm. That's my answer. Sorry that I'm predictable.
I feel like I can make a video compilation of us talking about past, what was your 2024 album of the 2020? It will always be 21 Pilots for Maddie. Pilots. Yeah, always has been, always will be.
You know what you get with me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What was yours? What was your top album of 2025?
Mine was Arm's Length. There's a whole wide world out there. Oh my God. When this album came out, I knew instantly it was going to be my top streamed. I got that annoying little embarrassing Spotify thing where it's you are the top 1% of listeners. And I'm like,
That makes sense. Hey, guess what?
What?
We're going to see Arm's Length.
There's an inside running annoying joke in my life where the universe thinks it's funny to have Arm's Length, which is arguably right now my favorite band, come through Dallas and I'm just not here.
Yep. It's happened. There were several times. You were in Dallas the day, your tour was in the same venue the day before Arm's Length was in Dallas.
Yeah, it's real funny.
The sign was already up on the marquee, and she was like, "That'd be so sick if I was here, but I'm not."
Yep. There was another one where I was out of town, and you were at the show, and Arm's Length was opening.
Yeah,
and I was
gonna go to the New York show, and then I ended up not going because I happened. But yeah, we just kept missing them.
We kept missing them, but hey, guess what? They'll be here May 5th, and
we will be there May 5th.
We will be there. So that's an exciting one.
Yep.
We'll be at that show.
So if you're wondering where we are going to be May 5th, that is it.
Yes.
Arm's Length.
That was my most played album of the year. My favorite album of the year. Favorite lyrics of the year. Yeah, all of it.
All of them.
Great. Can't wait for that show. It'll be fun. But yeah.
What a year we're going to have.
What a year. And we're happy you guys are back.
Yes.
We're happy to be back. And I think that's all we got.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to us yap.
Yeah. Thanks for yapping with us.
And we're back. We'll see you in 2 weeks with another episode.
Stay tuned.
Bye. Bye.